Hello, Instagram. How are you? I hope everything is fine with you guys. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get things situated. Everything is falling, but it's okay. I got it now. Hey, 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 hey. Happy Monday to each and one of you guys. Happy Monday. I hope all is well with you. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know I did. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Mm, okay. So, happy Monday. Y'all know, if you all don't know, now you know, that my birthday, I don't know why this thing keep falling. Hold on, give me 1 second. This thing here is not on track. I'm trying to get things going. That's okay. I'll hold it in my hand. Um, like I said, I hope you guys do know that Friday is my birthday. If you all haven't heard, if you all didn't know, yes, Friday is my birthday. And let me top things off right quick. I see you, Ferg. Coming from Chicago. South side, west side, east side, north side, you name it. I got comedian K first. So y'all tag y'all friends. Go share this live. Make sure y'all go on my YouTube page. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that like button. Because that's the number one thing that we are looking for right now. And now, getting to you, Mr. K Ferg. Uh, I see. And we got
Hello.
hello. How you doing? How you doing? How you
I'm doing
doing?
real.
No, that's right. See, we got to get to that Chicago down south kind of talker right now. You heard.
This is the best, right? This is the best right now. This is the best
Man,
time of the year. Nothing like summertime shy. Nothing like it.
man. You
And
know
I
what?
live
We
close
get
to the lake, so the lake is like in my backyard, so I can just easy, literally just pull the pedal bike out and go enjoy.
exactly. And that's how we got to do it these days. You know, you dig. But
Yeah.
now, let's see how many people know anything about Mr. K first besides the comedian side of you. So, how
It's a
long?
lot of death. It's a lot of death. Death.
Yeah,
I think I'm saying it right.
depth,
I don't
depth,
know. Right.
depth
Yeah.
to adapt. That's all it is. Adapt to adapt.
Yeah.
But you've been doing comedy almost close to 30 years, am I correct?
Not quite 30, but 20.
I was close. I
That's
was
still close.
no,
It's a
that's
lot
it.
closer than saying 5.
Exactly. And then you doing a lot. You into movies, you doing the scripts, you with Damon Williams. How is that going coming along with you and Damon Williams? And how did you all meet? And how did you meet most of the other comedians here in
Uh,
Chicago?
I actually, Damon is one of the first comedians I met when I started doing comedy. He was already doing comedy maybe 10, 12 years by the time I even began doing comedy. So, him as well as so many other comedians, I generally met them going to comedy clubs. The very first comedy club I ever performed at was All Jokes Aside, which is like eons ago, right? So and all jokes aside, that's when I just kind of met everybody. D. Ray, Corey Holcomb, uh, so many other comedians, Larnell, just so many other comedians I had met around that time that kind of really, pushed the envelope on the level of funny. So that's where I got, the intensity to make sure that you put out
Right.
a higher level of comedy and so forth. So Yeah, that's when I met all of them, and then me and Damon's relationship just obviously just grew because Damon is an awesome dude. Like, I mean, if you don't like Damon Williams, it's probably because you got issues with yourself, right?
Exactly.
Um, yeah, you kind of
And
got some, but everybody got something wrong with them. So there's definitely some things wrong with Damon. But the thing that we all have to remember is that we all fall short of the glory of the Most High. So therefore, it's something wrong with him, something wrong with you, something wrong with me, right?
exactly.
Let's just
Something
let's
wrong with
just
all
work
of
at
us.
loving on each other and laughing, and the rest will iron itself out.
Exactly. And then you got this Netflix. Let's talk about the Netflix. Let's talk about the Tubi. Let's talk about the Prime you got going on with Damon Williams. Because a lot of people don't even know that you do actually. You and Damon got a movie or like a skit comedy skit.
No, we have a stand up show. So I'm doing stand up. Damon has a stand up show on Tubi. It's called Damon Williams Presents, and I'm on there. I'm on episode 4, the second comedian on episode 4. So you can always go check that out and support that. It's some really funny, talented comedians on there. B. Cole, Big Keith, Mike Samp, Precious from California.
Yeah.
It's an awful lot of very, very. I don't want to start because I name some names. I probably should stop because when you miss somebody, so I
Oh,
don't
you
want no
mean give
trouble.
me a shout out? Yeah, trust me, I get that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get it. So
yeah.
yeah, and then being a stand up comedy, you did your damn thing between me and you, between me and you.
Well, it's probably gonna be more between me,
No, no,
you, and
no,
everybody else watching. But go right
no.
ahead.
Between me and you was the funniest out of them all.
Thank you, thank you.
And I ain't
I
gonna say
like
where
that.
we was at, but you and I know where we was at, but you were the funniest. Even though everybody brought that funny to the funny, but you then made a lot of women go went to the bathroom that day.
Yeah, yeah. I like to reach in the bag and go a little deep with my. Well, I like my comedy to be a little more creative, right? I like to not just be creative with my comedy, but I like to send a message. Even though there's some funny in it, there's always like sleight of hand messages in there, right? You know,
Exactly,
when
exactly.
I talk about kids and kids need to dress just like their grades, right? I'm making it funny, but at the same time, I'm saying, hey, stop rewarding bad behavior is the ideal behind that premise and that joke is, with anything, don't reward bad behavior. When you reward good behavior, you tend to see more good behavior, right? So that's just
Exactly.
kind of the
And
whole ideology behind kids need to dress behind their grades, and there's so many other different jokes that I put into play, just kind of make people think a little more. With women, be a little more free with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Stop.
right.
Stop.
That
Yeah,
part.
when you trying to get to heaven with all the coochie you came here with, God damn it, stop it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord loves you. He gave you so much because He wants you to be free with this thing. Now, give it out. Don't. Why you think God's so quick to give it up? We know, hey, this ain't going nowhere. I got some more. Yeah.
Wow. And
It
you
don't
know
run
what?
out. It don't run out. That's all I'm saying. It don't run out. You know what I mean? You got plenty.
And,
You
and,
got
it,
plenty.
and exactly. Then let me ask you this though, and I asked a lot of few comedies, but I didn't get the answer that I needed. How well important when you do your comments or when you write down your script of comedy, you know what you're gonna say. How very well important that you have to copyright it so
Um,
nobody.
honestly, I don't copyright, right? And I think the majority, I mean, it may be what 1% of comedians that possibly copyright their material and so forth. I don't really get into that. I used to have a real big issue with people stealing material, which still happens now, right?
Yeah,
But I've grown. I've grown to realize that a person that steals, that becomes their method of being able to produce whatever they have to produce. And if you steal that doesn't have a long shelf life. So I don't let that bother me too much that people steal or take different things. Which I've been on shows and people have done my jokes right before I've went on stage, right? And instead of getting mad and wanting to fight, I challenge myself to turn up past whatever they've done, go a little bit harder than whatever they've said. I pride myself on having a huge catalog of jokes that I can just go to. So if they went in this area, that area, they took these notes, took those notes, then I got, so many other pages I can go to and still work. So just stay professional with it, right? Instead of, you know, because what I'm gonna do? Beat somebody up, and then what do they do? Go out of town and do the joke? What's the difference, right? So it's not like that fight was gonna make them never do it again. So it's really a waste. You know what I mean? It's a waste to
Yeah.
fight and argue. I mean, will I put their name out in the comedy world? So and so steal jokes? Yes, I will do that, but I'm not going to and I'm not even gonna really treat them too much different when I see them, And hey, what's up? Like I know what you did. You know what you did.
And
What's going on? How you doing? Da, da, da. I actually took a joke from one of my cousins. I've never told nobody this. I actually took a joke from one of my cousins, and I did it because we had an internal feud, right? So he was doing some little sneaky things. So I just wanted to check his temperature and see where he was at. So I took one of his just to see if he would be if
ready
he would
for
how he would address it. Let's say that. Just to see how he would address it. You know what I mean?
it. Right.
Because my issues with I take issue with close friends and family than I ever would with strangers doing something. Strangers
Yeah.
or people outside doing different things. And then the other thing is, the main thing is, I learned that when people steal your material, instead of getting mad, be flattered because
Mm,
people don't steal things that are worthless. So
right.
even though they're stealing and you might not like it, it's showing you your greater value. They're paying homage to you whether they know it or not.
Mm, mm.
They're paying homage
That's
to your talent and your gift, and they are, you know, saluting you without, even though they may pretend that they don't even like you. That's why they took it or whatever the case. Who cares? You're only using it because yeah, your boy can
mhm.
write.
That part. And then, who's your biggest influencer? Like Michael Carrier. I know you and Michael Carrier, ran into each other at the Kings of Comedy. I saw you. I ran into all three of you all. George, I believe it was George, Wilborn
Wilborn,
was there.
right?
Yeah.
George
And
Wilborn. It's funny you brought up George Wilborn. That's the first person to ever bring me up on stage.
really,
Yes, he was hosting. All jokes aside, he was the very first comedian. Every time I see him, I remind him of that. Like, no, you're the very first comedian to bring me on stage because that's a big thing in comedy. Who brought you on stage the very first time? That's a going thing. People talk about who's the first person to ever bring you on stage like that.
hmm
Yeah, people always.
'Cause let me ask you this: Do everybody or anybody that knows about George Wilborn, do they compare you and George Wilborn? Like, are y'all cousins? Are y'all related? Are y'all brothers? Or what it is?
No, I don't really get that with George Wilborn. Although I see a lot of similarities with us, and even within our comedy, I do see it. But I'm usually compared, and people ask me, "Am I kin to Joe Torre?" Is the biggest one I kind of get all the time. Like, man, you and Joe Torre, y'all brothers, y'all. No,
Yeah,
no, we not. But we
met
cool. You know what I
though,
mean?
right?
We
Y'all
cool. He's,
met. I
huh?
said y'all did met over the years.
Yes, yeah, several times. We've done shows together and everything. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. Real good, solid, down to earth dude. I like him. I like him a lot.
Yes, because I seen a lot of George Wilborn in you. When I mentioned George Wilborn, it was like the smile, the look. Y'all like brothers. Only thing about it, his hair curly and you just bald.
Yeah, no, I'm not bald. I got a little something up
Oh,
there.
so
Got
you
a little
always
something
got
brewing.
a hat on. That's how I would have never known. But
I'm
yeah, now
always
since you
in a
took
hat.
that out,
Yes, I'm always in a hat, and that's because I grew up in the LL era, right? You know what I mean? We
yeah,
always keep the keep your
Yeah,
cap on. Yeah, it's an LL
that
thing.
part. That part. And shout out to DJ Slogo. He's in the chat. Salute to you,
Sluggo.
DJ.
Hey, listen, I used to own a record shop on 69th and Western, called Record Track, and I was selling all Sluggo stuff. He used to bring it in. I don't know if he remembers this or anything, or if he gonna go back like, wait, that's dude. Like, yes, yeah, used to have Sluggo come down all the time and all that. He was like really kind of a lot earlier in the game of DJing and so forth, but he still had his tapes out. He was big still at that time, right? But yeah, Sluggo, that was my man. He had I had a whole little section of all Sluggo stuff. That's how big his stuff was. Like I had a whole little case, display case, where I had all the Masterpiece stuff all on this one side, and I had the Sluggos and the DJ Chips and all the different DJs and all that. But yeah, Sluggo has always been an amazing, humble dude. Very, very, very humble dude as well. Very, very, very humble dude. Down to earth, real cool dude. So yeah, somebody I need to link with again because he's always been
He's on
a
here
real,
now.
really good guy.
He's on here now. He says, "Yes, sir.
Oh,
What's good, bro? I remember." He
good,
said, "Gratitude
good. I'm
for
glad
this."
you. Yeah, I'm glad you remember, man. We talking '98, right? So that's a long time ago. We talking like 1998, '99. Like this is a really long time ago.
Let me tell you something. I went to a DJ Sluggo party. DJ Sluggo do a lot of people don't know about DJ Sluggo back in the 90s. But in the later part of the 90s,
Yes,
DJ Sluggo used to have house party for all high schools.
exactly, exactly.
And a lot of people don't know that. But with DJ Sluggo, I was at 4950. And that was the last house party I went to. My cousin, DJ Sluggo, knew who I'm talking about. Rest in peace to her soul, because she just passed away 3 years ago. But make a long story short, my cousin told me, "You better get out of here before I get you kicked out." And I flew out of there so fast because she said something is about to go down here. You need to go home. I ain't gonna tell your auntie, my auntie, but you better go home before I tell your mama on you.
Yeah. Yeah, and Sluggo ain't no pushover either. So don't Sluggo ain't one of them dudes you gonna be selling his tapes on the side and he ain't gonna say nothing. Sluggo gonna get up right up with the fat party or something. Real dude. Real dude. Real dude. And that's
Exactly.
all I like is real dudes. Like, I like real people. I've always said I've never got into it with a solid dude. It's always the ones pretending to be solid I had the problems with, right? Because solid dudes, even if we have an issue, we're able to hash those things right out if we keep it solid across the board.
Yeah, and he used to kick us out at 12 when it's come towards 12 p.m. 12 a.m. He'd kick all of us out. And then he said, "Okay, it's going on 10 o'clock. Y'all got to leave at 12 because I got the adults come on in." And that's one
Yeah.
thing I can say about DJ Sluggo. He meant business. He knew about us young people. And I'm glad that he brought it out. I'm glad.
Businessman, very, very early, very young in the game. Businessman, business savvy, a true Chicago legend.
Yes,
Facts. Nobody can deny that. Sluggo is a Chicago legend, icon in Chicago. And we talk about one of the third largest cities in the world. So that is a huge honor. It's a
yes.
huge honor. But he put the work in for that. He put the work in.
And he said, "I'm about to follow you." He didn't even know you did comedy. So now y'all about to link up pretty soon. So, hey,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and
Let's go.
this
Let's
is,
go. Let's go. Let's go.
hey,
Let's go. Let's go.
whoop, there it is. Whoop,
Yeah.
there
Yeah. Whoop.
it is.
There it is. Hey. Come on. Sluggo, put one on real quick. No.
I can put them on. You want me to? I put them
Yeah,
on.
put Sluggo on. Bring Sluggo in here.
Where's Sluggo at? Where you at,
Bring
Sluggo?
Sluggo in here.
I got him. Here he come. Here he come, y'all. The legendary, the Chi-Town legend from 59 or 49, 50, 48, 48. Y'all know what the business is. Here he is, DJ Sluggo.
Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey,
Sluggo, what up, baby?
Sluggo.
How you feeling, my brother?
Staying out the way, man. Tired, man. Long week.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey, you look like you still just pulled your head off the pillow like, oh no, don't bring me on.
Actually,
Salute to you, Sluggo.
Monday,
Salute to you. I know we had
Mondays is
a
Mondays is.
long weekend with the Biblical Parade. Did you enjoy the parade?
I didn't go. I don't go to the blood no more.
I know, but did you see it? Oh,
It ain't.
Lord.
It ain't what it used to be.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. They've
It ain't what it used to
commercialed
be.
everything. But Sluggo, I know this is her interview, but I gotta ask you this, right? I gotta ask you this because this is so much your area, so much your genre, and the opportunity to get my question out to a legend in the Shy. So it's a professional question for you. What did you think about breakdancing in the Olympics?
I think some of the. I think they. I think they should have vetted some of the people before they let them perform. 'Cause that was a really. It was a real black. That was a black eye for breakdancing, man. Like that. The girl who had the green on, I don't know what that was,
What
bro. Like,
the hell
made me not even want to watch the Olympics.
that
I'm like,
was
what is this?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's
I
crazy.
saw half of it.
And
I said,
the
they
crazy
doing.
part about it is the bad part of it stole the show. Like people talking about the bad parts so much that you don't even see the good parts. You know.
right. It overtook it, right? And that's what tends to happen with a lot of things. The negative will overshadow the
Yeah,
positive. Now, the
yeah,
positive, one thing about the positive, in due time, it's gonna make its way back around and get what it
yeah,
deserves. But
yeah.
initially, that negative is gonna take off like a jet
Yeah.
on the runway.
What you ain't got to worry about that next 4 years. They definitely gonna vet everybody before they put them out there.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Yeah,
Right,
that won't never happen again.
right.
Yeah, that won't never happen again.
Hey man, that thing was hideous. I was like, what are they doing to hip hop?
Yeah, she was in there hopping like a bunny. Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see? Jess Niece. You know Jess Niece, right?
Right,
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
you got to go see what she did. She did all of the moves.
Yeah.
Uh, Jess Niece got a video up with her mimicking all of the moves. I'm
Moving
talking
right,
about.
right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah, I
gotta
ain't know
go
you
back and
did
see
comedy,
that.
bro.
Hilarious.
I ain't know you did comedy.
Yeah, man. I've been doing comedy about 20 years, man. Actually, I started doing comedy not long after I closed the record shop down.
Oh yeah. You know, we gotta link up because I'm finna do something with Baldhead and Marlon.
Okay, okay. Yeah, them both my
Yeah,
guys.
we
Yep,
gotta
yep.
link up. I'm finna do something crazy because you know a lot of Chicago comedians don't get they just do. And
Facts.
you know I've been traveling the world and Chicago comedians some of the funniest people in the world, bro. So
Facts.
you know we don't never get recognition for it, but and they
Yeah.
come here, they steal jokes. You know what I mean?
By the boatload.
They take them on the road, you know, be acting like it's their original, and you'll go back and look at a videotape of one of y'all in the club and be like, "Hey, that's his
That
joke."
yeah,
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 so
yeah.
yeah,
And then
I'm
it's the
definitely
easier thing to do in comedy because comics don't really post their material, right?
yeah,
So it makes it a little easier to do because you don't want to post your material. Like even me, I post a little bit more now,
right,
material and different things, but kind of want to stay away from it because once you post it, now it's stolen from people all over everywhere, right?
yeah.
It ain't
I
just,
done been to some comedy clubs. I done been to some comedy clubs and watched comedians host events, and then I'll be like, "No, bro, I heard that joke before." Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't
Right.
pinpoint
yeah,
it. And then I'll see a video or something and be like, man, that's blah blah blah's
yeah,
joke, man.
yeah.
You know,
That
but
happens an awful lot. Marlon is a victim of it a lot.
yeah, hey, listen, you know, me and Marlon go so far. You know, me and Marlon go as far back as me and you. Listen, So I had a crib in Lansing, Illinois.
Okay.
I turned my front room into a recording studio.
Hey, it's breaking it up.
I turned my front room into a recording studio.
You breaking up, Sluggo.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I turned my front room into a recording studio.
Okay.
That's how I met all the comedians. So Marlon, him and I can't think of the other guy name. They used to throw these comedy shows, but they used to come to my crib to record all their material for radio, all their their jokes and stuff for radio. And he used to just bring that's how I met Sticks, everybody. Like all of them used to come to my house,
Yeah. Yeah.
so uh, by me getting in tune, then I had a buddy that lived on 43rd. He started doing, like he loved comedy, so he started getting the comedians together, and we started going to different cities. I would DJ, he would, book the venue, and then we already knew all the comedians because they all used to come to my house. So I got a great relationship with some of them that got what I want to say. Now you know what? Some of them got Hollywood. Some of them forgot where they from. Some of them forgot their humble beginnings.
Yeah.
But
It happened.
yeah, I bumped into a few of them backstage at different shows and stuff like that, and they be like, "Oh yeah, bro, don't do that, bro, because I'm gonna really call you out. Like, don't do that. Like I know you might be upper echelon now, but come on, bro, you was recording in my front room. Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? So, but I just keep it moving, bro. Like
He said,
I keep it moving. So but I want to definitely bring, because I think people like Ballhead, yourself, especially Marlon. Marlon is so hilarious. Then what's the other light skinned, the big guy? What's his name?
Mike Sacks. Comedian Mike Sacks is just on here too. Shout
No,
out to
not
comedian
Mike
Mike
Sapp.
Sacks.
Not Mike Sapp. This one here, he always wore the little hats, and he big, strong, light skinned cat. I can't think of his name. He always doing
I
the
know who you
gangbanging jokes.
talking about. He hang around with Uncle Frank a lot
Yeah,
too. I know exactly who you
this
talking about.
guy. So it's just a lot of them just not getting their just due. But if I want, like I told Marlon and I told Ballhead, I want to do it where we find a place, we build the place where when people come to Chicago, people be looking like, hey man, what can we go or what can we do? And everybody come to be dying to come to this comedy night, because you be knowing it's gonna always be good comics on the stage. You feel what
all
I'm
the
saying?
time.
From the crib. You know what I mean? So I done been to
What
other
about
cities and other countries like that where they have go-to places. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yep.
you want to have a good, good safe time, and it ain't no clubbing and no partying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's laughter, fun, everybody, because you need that. You need that.
You
People
need
need a
that.
place. People need
the
a place to go
struggle?
laugh, and you never know what somebody going through, and they can come in there to the comedy show, and everything is all good after that. You know, you know what I'm saying? So,
See, that's not why we got me look like a 5-year-old in a classroom trying to
yeah,
Bonnie,
maintain.
stop it. Stop it, Bonnie. Stop it.
yeah,
Miss
yes.
Gaga, I was gonna say we can have that, and I could be the host of it. We can have that at the Harold Washington Culture Center where it all began, and when a lot of people were no, no.
He want
She ain't,
late night
she
hours.
ain't gonna do us right.
Are you serious?
We had some bad experiences over there. Like, if you tell me one thing, and then at the end of the night you switch it up, I really can't.
Mm.
I really can't deal with you no more. You know what I mean? So I like dealing with solid places where it's solid. We got whatever we got in black and white. That's what's happening. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, don't come up with new charges and new things at the end of the night.
Well, you
Like,
see, I'm
oh,
making money now. You want to make more money. That's always the going thing with that mess up an event or mess up everything. And I gotta say, I hate to say it, but it's generally with our people that we let that envy and
it,
jealousy jump in there.
it's always with us.
Well, I don't want to say that, Sluggo. Let's not take all. Let's not take the approach of all. Let's just say generally. All right. Let's leave room for because I've had it happen with them Caucasian persuasions as well.
Okay, now listen. I've had bad experience with all walks of life.
Right.
And what my thing is, I never expect it from my own. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And especially if you know me, you know the struggle. I done been through the same struggle as you. So I would expect you to be like, nah, bro been struggling like I've been struggling. I definitely ain't finna pull it on bro. And then you do it.
All right.
Do it right. Right.
Yeah, come on.
Well, that's why she had not been getting no
See,
business like that.
the thing for me, it hurt worse coming from my own.
Exactly.
It do.
It's
It do.
painful. It's painful when you looking somebody in the face and you saying, "Man, it's my own people, bro." Like,
Right. Yeah.
come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other people you expect that from. You expect you be looking at other people like, yeah, they probably gonna fuck me over. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And
Right.
then shit go great, and you be like, wait a minute, this, because I've had people treat me different ways, and it was weird to me because it's like I'm not used to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you get it's like when I be going overseas and then I come home. Like I go overseas, play for the people overseas, get treated like
Oh, you're
royalty,
gonna get treated like royalty. When I
Right.
went overseas,
Exactly.
listen, I
come
tell
to
people, when it comes to going overseas, you'll never ever know how much you a nigga until you went overseas and you come back. Right? When you go overseas, you ain't a nigga no more. You right? You
No.
know what I mean? You are a black man, respected, righteous, the whole nine. When you get back over here, you realize you only a nigga over in this land. That's it.
That's
So
it.
everywhere
That's
else,
it.
you judge by your merits, your character, and so forth.
man, I got I've never had somebody really kind of ask me a question and I've been stuck with responding or answering the question. But I was in Belgium sitting at a dinner table with the promoters, and one of them asked me, he's like, I've read your struggle, I've heard your story, I know what you've been through over there in the U.S., right? My question to you is, why are you still there? Like he's like, it's almost like an abusive relationship. Why haven't you?
Exactly.
Why haven't you left that relationship? And I was like, um, I, I had no. I said, I don't know. I don't know. He was like, I mean, like you've had years and years of abuse. Then you get over here in these other places, and then you see, like that's not the way you're supposed to be treated.
Right.
Why would you go back?
And and the only thing I can say is I can't answer that either, brother, because after I left Germany, Canada, different places, and seeing the level of treatment, I'm like,
No, you know
why
what?
am I on this plane heading back to
So
Chicago? For
to the
what?
fact due to the fact that you've traveled, and this you'll understand this right here, because some people be thinking you can help me with this. Some people be thinking I be acting like I'm probably one of the most humble
I
people you're
already
gonna
know
meet.
that.
Yes,
But
you are.
but people would take full advantage of that situation. So you traveled overseas. Now when we go overseas, they treat us better. They take care of us. You feel like royalty.
Royal.
Then you come home, somebody wants you to do a comedy show, and they saying the budget for the show. Now, man, you just came from overseas, and they just gave you like $2,000 for the show.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hotel, travel,
Food,
whatever it is,
whatever you want, what
whatever you need.
took me to go get my smoke, whatever you need, took me
Hey,
to the red light district, go get what you want, whatever you want, right?
Right. Right.
well, they
Right.
don't know about that red light district, boy.
So you
So
know I know
listen,
what I'm talking about. They take you right
listen,
on.
man.
Go
So
ahead. Which one you want to go to? The one in Frankfurt, or you want to go to the one in Amsterdam? Which one you want to go to?
man,
Right?
listen. So you get home, and then it's one of your homies. Man, I'm throwing this little shindig, man. You know what I'm saying? You my boy. We've been homies for 20 years, right? You a legend. You an icon, man. Like I really rock with you. and with that same mouth, they offer you $200.
Yep. Yep. Been there plenty of times. And then, you ready for this one? This my homie, 20 years. He'll offer me 200. I won't take it. Then he'll go to one of my other homie comedians that he don't really know and get him 800.
Yeah. We
That's
gotta
a
link
prank
up, bro.
though. Are you serious? They playing y'all like that to the left?
It
Oh,
be
y'all
when they say it
no
be your own
way.
people, it be your own people, right? It don't just be whatever. It's like the closer people are to you, the less they respect what you
Fact.
do.
And that's crazy. Like, it's almost
Y'all better start doing my people like that for real, for real. Y'all know I would roast the hell out of y'all and then talk about your behavior back in front of your face. Y'all better stop playing. Stop
Yeah,
playing with them.
yeah.
Stop playing
that.
with them. Y'all dealing with the right one
I
today. I
I'll
will
just say
roast them.
that's what a lot of, if you talk to entertainers in the city, a ton of them are going to have that exact same story. But I'll be honest with you to tell you that most of that is more Chicago mentality than anywhere else, right? Chicago is a
So they
Chicago is a
playing
gang
hate.
town. We like to gang up on people, right? We like to, if I got a relationship with Sluggo and Bonnie, you don't, I tell Sluggo you're a horrible person. I'm just using all this felonious, right? So I tell Sluggo you're a horrible person. Sluggo see you and instantly say, "Oh, that's a horrible person." We don't do our own due diligence and research to find out for myself, right? I can go in cautiously, but I still need to go in and find out for
I
myself.
got people to this day right now I don't have relationships with because they'll be like, Bonnie's a terrible person. Bonnie ain't did shit to me.
Ain't did nothing to me.
So I still rock with her.
And that's how I rock.
So
Like, whatever your issue is,
yeah,
that's you and yours, and maybe, maybe something in y'all energy don't align, but have always been a great person to
I'm
me.
gonna get,
So
you know how I've been able to stop that though? Like somebody finna say something about Bonnie. I instantly pause them like, hey, yo,
that's
pause
me.
a second. Hey, I rock with Bonnie. So whatever you finna say, just know I'm gonna go
I'm
tell her.
gonna go back and tell
Yeah.
Bonnie.
So
And
if
that's
you
to me,
cool with
that's what
saying and
stand-up
knowing that
people
I'm gonna go
supposed to
tell her,
do.
then go ahead.
If you're not doing that, to me, if you're not doing that, you're a part of
You're a part
the
of what's going
team
on.
and the gang that's trying to gang up and jump on that person. You're a
Yeah.
part of that, right? If you're not saying, "Hey, well, I'm gonna go back and say X, Y,
But
Z to this person," so
everything,
I'm gonna ask them what they side of the story is. I hear what you said. Oh, they're a jerk. Well, let me hear what they got to say about you,
hey,
right?
you know what I've been able to stop other people too when they come to you and be like, man, I was talking to Bonnie, man. She was talking real crazy about you. And I say, what you say? When
Mm-hmm.
she was talking crazy, what was your rebuttal to that? Because you know me, you
Right.
cool with me. What did you say? What did you say to her?
Nothing.
Man, I ain't, I just wanted to come tell you. No, I wanted to know what you said when I wasn't in the room. Because if you ain't speak, you know how to look out for you and did everything for you, and you ain't speak kindly of me in that room, then I need to not rock with you. I rather not rock with you and go rock with Bonnie.
Right? Go me and that. I go me and that.
Cause you worse than the person that you telling me about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these people need Jesus right now. They do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
don't say bad to nobody because you know what? I rock with every motherfucking body. Excuse my French, IG, YouTube. I'm sorry that I cuss. I know this is like somewhat like a family show, but
They don't
hey,
they don't let you cuss on
I rock
IG.
with everybody.
They don't let you cuss on IG.
Not on YouTube.
I ain't know that. I got to watch my mouth. I ain't know that.
Yeah.
Right.
On YouTube, a lot of people do cussing, but I try not to. I got my daughter on here too. She's watching. She's 17. She always says, "Mom, that's not professional. You got to be professional."
Well, that's true
So,
too. That's true too. Just because you never know everything is throwing something against the wall. You don't know what stick. So you
Right.
want to put
yeah,
it as best you can up against that
Exactly.
wall.
exactly. And you know what? Like I said, excuse my French, I have to say this, but it's a lot of hating people here in our own city. If they doing that to you all,
But
what are they trying to,
the hating helps. I don't know about nobody else. It motivates me. Like it motivates. Like I almost welcome the hate because I don't block people. I don't block people. I don't do none of that. I
Oh,
don't
I
block no
block.
phone.
I
I
have a
don't.
block party
I
regularly.
want no.
Regularly have a block
Let me tell
party.
you why I don't block. I want you to see it all.
Mhm.
I want you to almost kill. I want you to see me do something successful and want to kill yourself.
Well, my thing is, I block because I don't want you to see my success in real time. I'd rather you get it through the
I
grapevine.
want you to see it. I want you to see me lie
Yeah. Well,
and direct.
I mean, I ain't mad at how nobody
Hey,
move, but for
I'm
me,
I'm
it
so I'm
for
so
me,
petty.
some people when I look on my post and I see their picture, their face, or anything, it send me a cringe. You know what? Let me just get you up out of here because I don't
Listen,
need that
hey,
energy.
I was telling that bald head man, I be tagging people.
He
yes,
said I
you
be
do.
tagging.
I
That's how you gotta do. You gotta hit that
man,
highlight. You gotta
I'm a
tag
tag.
them,
I'm a
tag
tag
them
you
left,
on
right.
there. I know it's gonna get under your skin, so I'm gonna tag you. And then some people hit me back like, man, why you tagging me? Oh, my bad. I was trying to tag somebody else.
All right.
Right.
But then
I
hit him
won't
with,
even
did you see
tell them
it
that
though?
much.
Did you see it though?
I'm
No,
just gonna
my
be
thing
bold
is,
with it.
I kid you not. My thing is, block, block,
No,
block,
don't
block,
do it.
party. You hear me?
Don't do it.
If
Don't
I
do it.
pull my phone up right now and I can screenshot and show y'all my block list, you'll be like, "Damn, Ferg! Oh yeah, oh
I only
yeah."
block people like if they be trolling. I block you if you
Right.
trolling. But if I know that you in the cut secretly hating and then trying to watch from the corners, I ain't blocking you.
Oh no! I don't block them. I'm talking about the ones with adverse comments and negativity and things like that. I don't go back and forth.
Oh no.
Block
Yeah,
party.
yeah, I don't do the internet thing.
I don't do the internet.
Especially if I know you.
No,
Right.
especially. I mean, if I know you, I'm infuriated.
Yeah.
But
If I
if
know
I don't know you, I can tell from some of the things that you're saying
Yeah.
that you are speaking of what you overheard, not what you know.
I just be looking at people like, hey, I'll DM you and say, keep that same energy when we're in public, when I bump into you.
Right.
hmm
Yeah.
That's it.
And Sluggo, the difference with me is I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna wait till I see
Oh
you,
yeah.
and I'm going to address it
Hey,
accordingly.
I told Ballhead,
I don't never like to give nobody a chance to put their hands up.
that's
I'm not that dude.
that's Ballhead's problem. I told him I'm like, bro, you beat people up, and then you be expecting people like I said, you done beat up promoters, and then the promoters is doing events, and then you asking them why they didn't book you.
Why they
What
didn't book
you
you?
talking about, man? You socked that
Right.
man. Man.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. He even talk about it. I'm gonna, I feel like chucking the mess out this person. I may just pop him. He said, no,
Ballhead.
we
I
don't
told
say
Ballhead
that.
he need medication and he need counseling. Yeah,
Yeah.
that boy
Because
got to go through the
you gotta be about the funny, and one thing about being about the funny is you gotta become more of a person that can let things roll up off of you, right? You can't,
Yeah.
if you want to be a rapper, then go ahead and do the thug thing, right? Go ahead and thug out. You can be kind of a gangster comedian to a degree, but keep it on stage. Don't bring it off stage.
Yeah.
Smacking
What you
people, shooting, all those different
see that
things.
one when the comedian and the boy tried to rush the stage, the comedian beat him up and then socked his girl too?
Oh, yeah, I heard
I seen
about
the
Yeah.
video. Yeah,
Yeah, the girl
I seen the video.
hit him in the
Yeah,
head with
yeah.
the
And that
bottle.
man jumped off that stage and gave them everything they was looking
Man,
for.
I said the girl hit him in the head with the body. He still was able to recover from
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I, I was like,
yeah. He
yeah,
turned around and was like, "Oh,
y'all
you know
picked the
what?" Because he
wrong
was sparing
comedian that
her at
night.
first.
Yeah, they
Mm, mm,
somebody
mm.
at the end of the video, dude running out the door. They was like, oh, he going to get the blicky.
Yeah, yeah. But he ain't want to kill me. He running. This one blew me. He running out the door,
And
and his girl still in there getting that work.
girl, yeah,
She's still in there getting. that work. I'm like, what kind of dude is this? Because
That's like
she
the
came
Earl
to
kind
your
of
age,
work.
and then you see that as an opportunity to escape.
So you like that
Thanks,
with
baby.
Uncle
Gotta
Earl.
go.
And he was like, listen, crazy part, he was so discombobulated, he didn't even know what a door was.
He ain't
He
know
was
which
running back
way
and
to go.
forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy,
All he wanted was
he
out,
was trying to get
out
out of
of
there.
there.
And that boy did. That boy was giving him everything he was
He
asking
gave
for.
them everything they was
I
looking
was
for,
looking like,
and that's what you should get if you come in somebody's place or
I'm
their
looking like I can't
situation or whatever.
believe you ran up on that stage like that, bro. Like you was really trying to run up on the stage.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm, mm.
Yeah,
See,
dude.
I'm always missing the sound when my car is there, but
He
that's
should have
okay.
knew not to run up there when dude tapped him in the top of his head with the microphone.
Yeah, yeah,
That was the
yeah.
first.
Then he
When
slung
you
it.
say he tapped him on top of his head with the microphone, I was like, bro, that's when you should have just been like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till after the show. I'm gonna wait till
Yeah,
after.
that's my thing.
Yeah.
If honestly,
But
I don't know why you would run up on a comedian anyway, but
Every
you know,
comedian ain't to be ran up.
I'll say this. I'll say this. You, it's hard to you really never know what low self esteem is gonna do, right?
yeah,
So when you're
exactly.
around as a professional, right, even for that comedian, you gotta have de-escalation material and
He
techniques.
tried.
Because at the end of the day, you're at work. They not. You at work. So even
Mm-hmm.
though the video funny you did, you know how many clubs don't want to touch you now? See, there's a
Yeah,
residual effect for you, not for this
it
dude. He probably can't go back to that one club.
Right.
But it's 30, 40 clubs don't want you there now.
The video is circulating. They
The
say, oh,
video circulating like crazy. And it's not one that promote, say, oh, let's get him down here. Heck to the no. We know. Because we would rather see that you roasted the guy and had to get away from him versus beat the hell out of him. Right? And
right.
our security had to jump and this and that. Like sometimes you gotta being a real dude, you could be a real dude, but you gotta always remember sometimes you got to play possum. You gotta
yeah,
play possum. It's a very important technique to play
yeah,
possum. Sometimes I'm quiet just so I can get close enough to strike. Right? You got you know what I'm talking about, Sluggo? You might oh
Yes.
okay, okay. But I'm steady closing that
Yeah.
gap. Oh, okay.
Don't want no problem. Everything cool, man. Go ahead, blood. Go ahead now.
Yeah,
Cool.
go ahead,
Yeah.
right.
All the
But when
time.
I close that gap, when I get close enough
Get
to
close
you,
and close.
showtime
You're
is up
within
to
that 3
follow,
feet.
baby.
Yeah, that's what
But
man.
Ferg, how many people that you know that actually can't stay humble enough to do their comedy shows? How many you ran into?
That actually had its situations in comedy shows.
Yes.
Shit, all of them.
Plenty. Plenty. A lot. Social media is only now bringing it to the forefront where people are knowing it and seeing it, but it has always been around that, you know, uh, some guy come in with his girl and you say something to him and he's just super sensitive and it don't generally escalate to a fight, but it generally will escalate to that person that's coming on that, they bring in that energy as if they ready to challenge you and any and everybody in the club.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
I mean,
That's really crazy.
but one thing I've learned is techniques to evade all of that and try to just maneuver around. Even if I got to pull back, my ego ain't. My number one saying is that eagles. I don't fly. So one of my number one sayings is that you know how people say when they go low, I go lower. Well, mine
Yeah.
is when they go low, I go high.
Right.
Because eagles don't
Right.
fly and deal with pigeon shit, right? So
Exactly.
if you take that low road, I go way up so high that you leave that crap down there. You know what I mean? That's because you're not gonna. I'm an ego, so if you on pigeon crap, I got to come down to deal with that. Why?
Yeah,
Why don't I just fly high?
my uncle had another saying like that where he used to say, turtles can't see what giraffes got going on. So a giraffe might be looking and say, man, the grass is green on the other side. He said, but if it's a turtle there, he can't see
He'll
past the
never know.
fence. So you just look down there
Never
and you keep it
know.
moving.
And
You know
remember,
what I'm saying? So
a
yeah,
giraffe can bring his head down, but a turtle could never
Right.
take his head all the way up,
exactly. Yeah.
right?
He used to
So
make
I
that
can go
reference.
down and deal with that, but I always know to remain where the top of the line of
Yeah,
everything
he used
is
to always say
going
that.
high.
Right.
Like a turtle can't see as far as a giraffe. And I used to be looking at him like, what they got to do with anything? And I used to be like,
Yeah.
Wow.
But
I
when you
didn't
got
understand it.
older,
Yeah, I didn't understand until I got older. He's like, hey, look, nephew, a turtle can't see as far as a giraffe. Beat a giraffe.
Yeah.
be
I
the
used to be like,
giraffe.
beat a giraffe. Like, okay. Then when I got older, I'm like,
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
get it.
And then you know to
I
look
get it.
past a lot of crap and see
Exactly.
even bigger because somebody they may be fighting over a pond, but your neck big enough to see the lake. So
Mm.
why get
Right.
into it with
Right.
them over the
Right.
pond, right? Let me just go ahead and walk down to this lake.
I would just go.
I don't got to fight
They
over
don't
no.
even see
I
it's
ain't
a
got to
whole
fight
bunch
over
of more
no
water down
pool
there.
of water.
It's a
I
waterfall.
see an ocean
It's a
down here.
waterfall. It's a
Ex-
waterfall a mile down.
But I won't get to the waterfall if I'm sitting here
Fighting with
scrapping over this
you over
little
a
puddle
pond.
of water.
Uh-huh.
It's just like that big old Buckingham fountain I see. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow. But that's crazy, yo. But you know what, Sluggo? I'm going to look around for you just so you can get those comedians together. And I'm going to look around. I'm going to ask questions. Because I know Sin City, The Factory. What is another one?
Oh no, we're
Zing.
gonna go as far to the suburbs as physically possible. The city is not. If we can't do the Chicago theater, then we gonna go. We gonna go. I might.
That's what I was
You
thinking.
know
We
what? You know,
can,
I was thinking about where I used to do my meet and greets at. It's a place called Tailgaters in Bolingbrook.
Yeah, I know tailgaters.
Beautiful place,
Yeah,
and
I know
it's
tailgaters.
set up all. It's set up already for what it is we're trying to do.
Yeah,
well,
I know exactly what you're
let
talking
me
about.
know. I got to figure out how to get to Bolingbrook because, the farthest I ever been is to, what is that, Evanston. So
That's
that's the
about that.
farthest I've ever
That's
been.
about the same distance.
Yeah, just
About
a another little further
Evanston.
west,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. I mean, I like I was telling Marlon, like people like yourself who don't go that far or stuff like back in the days, like here's where people don't know how to do customer service. Back in the days when we used to go to Screaming Wheels, it
Mm-hmm.
used to be a bus in the parking lot that if you didn't have
Yep.
transportation, just get on the bus with
Just get
everybody
to
else.
that bus. Yeah.
Yep. I know exactly how to get out there to Spring Wheels
So
when I was younger.
it's like why we as adults why we don't do that? Why we
I think,
just
Exactly.
I'm gonna
rent a
be
couple
honest with you.
school buses?
I think we've gotten too big-eyed little you around here, right? So a few people start making money and then they start getting better than the people who they was just broke with.
Oh,
And,
Mm-hmm.
that flustered so many and harbored so many feelings and this, that, and the other. Even if you think about Jay-Z making a statement that, this is a billionaire. And he making a statement about his cousin coming up to him in the front room like, yo, I got this deal. I just need about 42,000 and da, da, da. And Jay like get out of here. And I'm just in my head like, that's how we are with each other. Because
And it shouldn't be like
instead
that.
of me saying get out of here, instead of me telling him it don't work like that, instead of me any of that, why aren't we saying, cuz you know what? I need to put you with my financial team so that they can get your plan efficiently ready to go. We don't why we ain't doing that? Why ain't your statement that okay, cuz you got a great idea, and I know you want to get on, and I know you want to eat. I got a team I need you to work with. Let them get your financial plan in order, perfectly ran, put the right people in play, because I know all the right people. So let me put
you
the
know
right
you
people in
you
Exactly.
play for
you
you.
you know what he fear? He knows something about his cousin we don't know, and I'm gonna tell you what he know. He know that his cousin, if he so much as touch 50,000, 100,000, he the new Jay-Z.
to the moon, to the moon.
People fear people who they knowing. Boy, if this boy ever touch money I'm touching, I already know he gone.
He gone.
And
And them the
one
ones
thing,
that they
one
now
thing
they
I've
put
learned,
now they throw everything they can in front of you to make
man,
sure.
I've learned this about all walks of life. The average person don't want to see you do better than them. It's almost like
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
it's almost like a human trait. People be looking at people like, yeah, he doing a little something. I'll be like, yeah, you ain't happy for him, bro. Like he ain't robbing your mama. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He ain't running up in stores or trying to rob the bank. He ain't out here doing the running up in these stores doing no crazy thing. Like he getting a little bread. You know what I'm saying? Like he taking care of his family, all that. How you not happy for him?
I'm
You know what I'm
happy.
saying?
I'm the one. I'm the biggest happy.
Yeah.
But see, me, I see everything in community. So I want Sluggo to do well. I want Bonnie to do well because the residual effect is Sluggo's family. And 20 years from now, when I'm not around, well, I can say not in 20 years, but 50, 60 years from now, right? We not around, our offsprings are intertwining without us even knowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may
Yeah.
Mm.
have a great grandchild that may date one of my great grandchildren. That we don't know what those residual effects are. We don't know where our backgrounds come and how we are already intertwined, right? We don't know.
Mhm.
So, trying to stop and impede is, to me, that's one of the biggest sins, to try to impede another person's progress. That's a
That's it.
sin to me.
Man,
That is it.
you know what movie had a lot of jewels in it for our people, bro? Uh, what's the movie with the boy he passed away? Uh,
You
damn.
talking about Chad, what is
Yeah,
his name?
Chad. What's the movie? What's the movie?
The Black Panther that he was
Black Black
in?
was deeper than people was looking at it in a whole different way. It was lines and things in the movie that people totally missed. Like that movie was like
Oh, super deep. Super deep. It's one of
Yeah.
the movies I still watch. And believe it or not, I still to this day almost every week. Well, I don't say almost every week, but at least once a month. I go back and watch all the Matrix.
mm,
Go back and watch all the Matrix. The similarities and comparisons and different things that they showing you in the Matrix is phenomenal. They showing you about the people around you, the people closer to you, the people at a distance from you. They showing you so much in that movie, The
people don't
Matrix.
be knowing that like a lot of these movie makers, instead of them getting up on they soapboxes, they'll
Right.
they'll put all the subliminal messages in the movie and be like, well, if they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. But the powers that be won't be trying to kill me because I just put it in. Hey, that's movie. That's fictional.
Well, this is going to be a little controversial, but Bonnie, this almost reminds me of the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Let me say why. I know this is where y'all lose people at. Let me say why. The Bible, even though they used, you know, when I grew up, the Bible was full of pictures, right? When I grew up, it was full of pictures, and every last one of them didn't look like none of us on this live, right? So,
Exactly.
but so you can tell all the lies you want, but you will tell the truth because the Most High will get the truth out. You will be used no matter what, even in your abilities to try to harm. You are going to still utilize the gifts of the Most High. So, even though you did all these lies, you describe Jesus in there as hair of wool, skin like bronze, eyes like fire. Me, you, and body. So, so no matter how much you try to lie, one thing about the truth, it's going to come out. So even
Yeah.
if you think you doing a little whatever, I'm just a firm believer that the Most High is always in control. So even in the midst of trying to hurt or harm me, you're going to end up helping me. You can tell a
Exactly.
million people I'm a horrible person, and you may make the right person just want to look and see how horrible he is, and come to find out, hold up,
He ain't
I
heard at all.
love
Let me tell you.
him.
Let me tell
He's
you one of
just
the.
righteous as the next person. He's
Let me
righteous as Jesus.
let me
That's
tell you
it.
one of the worst experiences I ever with, like one of the most harmful things, uh, kind of like to ever happen to me in my life. Like, well, I ain't gonna say the worst.
What's
Um, when you
something devastating?
when you talking to, like I talked to a few of my homies, right? Like my 20, 30 year buddies. And to hear from one of your buddies, like pull you to the side, like, hey, bro, I know this ain't gonna sit right with you, but
Mm-hmm.
such and such has always hated you. Listen, I,
Sad.
I had one of my guys tell me this like maybe a week or so ago. And the person he was talking about, I done fed, either when he was on hard times, he stayed at my crib. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, bro, that brother has always hated you.
Mm-hmm.
And
And I
what
looked at him like
that's that.
it was a total, like, for me, I'm saying, okay, you gonna have to tell me why you saying this. He was like, because I asked him, it was really kind of my fault, because I asked him why him and him wasn't getting along. Like, why you and him ain't getting along. He was like, man, that man a hater. He was like, he ain't just hating on you. He was like, he just a hate, like he just a mad. He said he ain't prosperous or not own or whatever, ain't doing well like anybody else, is because the man has pure hatred in his heart. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, nah, man, not bro. Like, under no circumstances. Then I started, popping off, bro, acting like, bro this and bro that. He was like, bro ain't bro. And he was like, I hate to do this to you, but bro hates you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
I
I was
think
You
just
know
hate is
why
last
a
they
about
strong
to
word. Hate is a strong word, bro. Yeah. I
hate is
always
a
tell
very
people,
strong word.
don't say hate. Don't say he hate me. Nah, bro. He
Just
hates you. He
like
he,
right,
he,
but
he
no.
hates.
Sometimes it is what it
He
is.
told me that the
yeah,
brother, like, and and these words is what made me say, no, I never be
Peace.
around. He said that man feel like he should be you.
mm,
I
And
say,
and and and
I
that
said
happens a
that's all.
lot, man.
Yeah,
That
that's
happens a lot.
when you get somebody who feels like you're in their place.
Yep.
right.
That's one of the most dangerous places you can be, because all he fig in the back of his mind, all he's saying is, if I can get rid of him, I can step in my spot where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. And oddly enough, even if even when you're gone, they still won't step in that
Still
spot.
won't work, and they don't know that. They don't know that the issue is them.
The issue is you, not
Right.
that person, because there's
Not
plenty
the
of room.
person.
It's
Not the
plenty of
person
room.
in
I
the
tell
no,
everybody, it
not
ain't $1 million. We got people steady accumulating billions, and y'all fighting over hundreds.
it's not the elevator in the room. It's just the person that dealing with the inner self and trying to be like the next person. I'm like this here. I know I have a lot of people that want to hate on me because I know a lot of people,
And
and Djslugo is one
that
of the
you do.
witnesses. And I'm like this here. What I doing? You can do better than what I'm doing. But then you don't want to have
Sleep.
take the time out for yourself, and then they want me to show them how to get on to their podcast. I'm like, wait a minute, nobody didn't have to show me. I learned how to do it on my own.
Shit,
So why you can't do it on your
I
own
don't,
for the simple fact it is,
why
it
people
won't be
even
what
I
I
don't
have.
know why people even ask people for help on certain things when like this why I feel like a lot of people are super. I look at this generation and even our generation, the older generation, everything, and the people be like, hey man, I see you doing the such, and I'm trying to learn how to do that. I'll be like, bro, a lot of the stuff I learned how to do, YouTube.
Right.
Exactly.
We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have the
We had
internet.
none of that.
Right. We ain't had none
Listen,
of that
listen,
until
man.
now.
Listen here, bro. If we'd have had the internet when we was doing the mixtape, come on, bro. tell
Man.
people that all the time, like, bro, y'all got $1 million piece. This thing we talking on right now. Y'all got $1
Mm-hmm.
million piece that you can put in your back pocket.
Yep.
Like
Exactly.
you at your crib, I'm at my crib, he at his crib, and we're able to communicate with other people in other parts of the country while we're talking.
Absolutely.
Here go the key one. For free.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then and here it is
Exactly.
for free, and then be able to prosper from it.
Absolutely.
And learn
And that's the
from
killing
one
part.
another.
But
Yes.
we so crabbed in the barrel that we can't
Right.
really
And
utilize what
I ain't never
we have in
seen nothing
front
in
of us.
my lifetime. I ain't seen nothing like this in my lifetime.
Never.
Never.
Sluggo, and then add in the AI.
Listen, AI, it already done changed. I got a homie. I got a
If you ain't
DJ.
trying to figure out how to utilize AI,
Listen,
something wrong with
I
you.
got a DJ homie that keeps stumping it in my brain. AI, AI. That's all he talk about.
I'm
To
telling you.
the point where he starts showing me stuff he was doing. I'm saying, oh man, I say that's a black and a curse. Like,
Yep.
but
Mm-hmm.
those who know how to take advantage of it, gonna take
Gonna
advantage of
take
it.
advantage of it. And the other ones,
Advantage.
guess what they're gonna do? They're
Fall
gonna
to
be
the wayside.
envious. They're gonna be
Yep.
envious because they won't put in the work to figure out how to use it and how to utilize it.
I
So they're gonna be
know.
mad at you because you've learned how to use it and utilize it, and now they're upset with you, which I've never been able to really
My, my,
understand.
my mama always tell me, now you can tell your truth.
Yes.
My mama always say, you can tell your truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a rough childhood. So my mama always saying that, if you want to talk about your childhood, I'm not gonna be embarrassed or nothing like that. So man, you my mama, so I would never put you in a position where somebody gonna question your motherhood. But she always, I asked her the other day, Mom, like I had to get her an iPhone because my mama had, I don't even know what type of phone that was. Like I told my mom that I don't even know if that's a phone, Mom.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like get her an iPhone
That's
so
a beeper that take
she
calls.
use that. Hey, I'm gonna steal that
Ooh, it's
joke.
a flip
I'm gonna steal
phone. That's what it
that
was. It's
joke.
a flip phone.
Beeper that answers. That's it. It don't
So
dial out. It just answers.
she
Beeper that
uh
answers. That's it.
I tell her like, Mom, you need to get more into technology, whatever, blah blah. My mom like, look, I'm too old for that stuff, and like she don't frown on it. She just stuck in her ways. But when I look at my mom's, I look at a lot of people and say, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. Some people just stuck in their ways, and some people don't like change. My
Exactly.
my mom's mentality is from the old school. Like she got that old school mentality. Like if it ain't broke to her, ain't you? I don't need no. Like it took me everything to make her switch phones. Like here,
Yeah.
mom, here go a brand new iPhone. Here, I don't know how
Right.
to work that thing. I don't
But
need
I gotta say this, right? I found that a lot of that comes from
slave.
fear.
No
Fear.
slave. Listen,
But
slave.
slavery was nothing. Slavery was about nothing but
Oh
fear.
yeah.
That's
That's
Yeah.
yeah,
all it is. It's
yeah.
fear. Once I instill fear in you, then you will hinder
And,
yourself.
and your
Right.
kids.
And it
And
goes
you go.
back to what you
That's
said.
and now you
Don't
said
tell
that.
it
I gotta
all.
say this, right?
Yeah, fear
This
is
is why it's
jealousy.
so
Fear is
important.
jealousy.
This is why it's so important for us to, really let kids fly more, right? Our parents they grounded us more. They didn't really want to see the planes take off and fly because they were fearful. We should live in fear. Let these kids show you, and you can learn from them. That Bible she just showed us, all of that's right in there as well, right? So it's
Exactly.
let them elevate you. Don't be afraid. One major thing I did to conquer my fear and to put all my faith in the Most High was I went skydiving.
I did that too.
Yep, I went skydiving. Let me tell you why I went skydiving. Djslugo, you know why I went skydiving? Because I was afraid of heights.
I am too.
And I refuse as a grown man, as a child of the Most High to live to allow any form of fear to reside in me. Any form of fear cannot reside within me.
Praises be my brother.
I don't subscribe to fear. What I do subscribe to is respect. If I'm on a motorcycle, I'm not afraid of the motorcycle, but I do respect the power of this motorcycle and what it can do. So once I learn to respect things, I don't no longer have to fear them. I take the knowledge of them. I study them. Once I study, take the class, or come to an understanding, the fear dissipates. The only thing that eliminates fear from your life is information. Education will destroy fear. You'll be afraid to go down this certain block because they constantly tell you they beat up everybody that go down that block. Once you meet 2-3 guys off of that block and realize these guys are cool as all out get up, what they don't want is you coming down their block with that mess. Y'all didn't tell me that part. You just got me afraid of the block. Now, I know to go down the block in a respectful manner, and I don't have a problem. And then other people like, how you go down that block, man? That don't bother me. Why you going down there? You running over people's lawns. You flying down the street. They got kids on the block. They don't want you. Doing 80 miles down the block. So yeah, they catch you at the stop sign and pull you up to kind of beat the hell out you, right? You know what I mean? So once you learn to respect things in a certain manner, it eliminates the fear. So I don't really subscribe and move in no fear. I'm respectful, not fearful.
Exactly. And you know what? Like you said, when I did the bungee jump from 30, it was like from 32, what's that, 3,200 off the air. It was like, I was like, hey, I can do this now because I released my fearness. And my friends looked at me like, you going to, I said, yep, I sure am.
Yep.
60 feet high, 32 inches off the ground.
Listen, I went skydiving. When I went skydiving, I jumped out of a plane 15,000 feet in the air. Now, let me tell you, I was the scaredest. I'll be honest with you, right? I was the scaredest I've ever been in my life. I'm talking about, you know how they talk about